Now, how about that milk?
I'd love some.
Stop it! Almanzo was just being nice.
I suppose he was being nice when he you today, too, huh?
On the forehead. For luck on my test.
It's been 50 years since Little House on the Prairie first aired, but do you know what really happened to the cast after the cameras stopped rolling? Some went on to thrive, while others faced shocking tragedies. You might think you know their stories, but trust me, there's a lot more to uncover. From heartbreaking losses to surprising career changes, here's what happened to the stars of Little House on the Prairie. Melissa Gilbert, Laura Ingalls. Melissa Gilbert became America's sweetheart at just 9 years old, playing the adventurous and lovable Laura Ingalls. But behind the scenes, her life was far from the idyllic childhood portrayed on screen. Gilbert was raised by adoptive parents and always knew she wasn't their biological child. But she was shocked to learn that they had lied to her about her origins, and that they hadn't even actively sought to adopt her. Her world was further shaken when her biological father passed away when she was just 11. During her time on Little House, Gilbert found comfort in Michael Landon, who became a father figure to her both on and off set. But as she transitioned into adulthood, she faced struggles of her own, including battles with alcohol and prescription medication. Her personal life was just as eventful as her career. She went through multiple marriages before finding lasting love with actor Timothy Busfield in 2013. She even attempted a political career, running for Congress in 2016. But had to withdraw due to health concerns. Despite financial struggles, including IRS tax debts, Gilbert has remained resilient. Today, at 60, she continues to work in entertainment, hosting a podcast with her husband and staying connected to fans. But what really happened between her and Michael Landon on set? Keep watching to find out. Michael Landon, Charles Ingalls. Michael Landon was the heart and soul of Little House on the Prairie, but his personal life was just as dramatic as any TV show. Before playing Charles Ingalls, he was already famous for his role as Little Joe on Bonanza. But Little House wasn't just another acting gig for him. He was also the show's executive producer, director, and writer. Landon was known for his charisma and dedication, but his life wasn't without controversy. He had a reputation for being a perfectionist on set, and his personal relationships sometimes became complicated. Tragically, Landon's life was cut short when he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 1991. He went public with his battle, vowing to fight, but the disease was aggressive. Just 3 months after his diagnosis, he passed away at 54. His death was a devastating loss to Hollywood, but his legacy lives on. But not everyone had the best memories of working with Landon. One co-star revealed some shocking behind-the-scenes drama. Karen Grassle, Caroline Ingalls. Karen Grassle, who played the loving and patient Caroline Ingalls, was a respected theater actress before landing her role on Little House. But behind the wholesome image, things weren't always smooth. Grassle struggled with alcoholism, and her working relationship with Michael Landon became strained when she asked for a pay raise. Landon shut her down, and tensions grew. The two eventually reconciled before his passing, but Grassle later revealed more about their rocky relationship in her memoir. Despite the challenges, Grassle remains a beloved part of Little House history. Today, at 82, she still occasionally acts and reflects on her time on the show. But why did one Little House actress refuse to film the final episode? Melissa Sue Anderson, Mary Ingalls. Melissa Sue Anderson, who played Mary Ingalls, was known for her serious, emotional performances. But behind the scenes, she wasn't as close to her co-stars as fans might have expected. Both Melissa Gilbert and Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie, described her as distant, and Anderson herself admitted that she felt frustrated with her role. She eventually left the series, feeling that Mary's storyline had become repetitive. After Little House, Anderson continued acting, but gradually stepped away from Hollywood. She married television producer Michael Sloan, moved to Canada, and largely disappeared from the spotlight. The Greenbush twins, Carrie Ingalls. Rachel Lindsay and Sydney Greenbush, the twins who played little Carrie Ingalls, were just 3 years old when they were cast. But acting wasn't something they pursued long-term. After the show, Lindsay briefly acted in commercials, while Sydney focused on equestrian work. Lindsay later reconnected with her childhood crush, a boy she had met on set, and the two ended up getting married decades later. Talk about a real-life Little House love story. Richard Bull, Nels Olson, and Catherine McGregor, Harriet Olson. Richard Bull, who played the patient and kind-hearted Nels Olson, had a long career in television and was married to his wife for 66 years. He passed away in 2014 at age 89. Catherine McGregor, who played the unforgettable Harriet Olson, was nothing like her character in real life. After Little House, she stepped away from Hollywood entirely, focusing on her spiritual journey. In fact, she was so devoted to her beliefs that she skipped the filming of the show's final episode to go on a religious pilgrimage. She lived in a retirement home until her passing in 2018 at the age of 93. Jonathan Gilbert, Willie Olson. Jonathan Gilbert, who played the mischievous Willie Olson, took an unexpected path after Little House. He left Hollywood completely and even cut ties with his family, including his sister Melissa Gilbert. He moved to New York, earned an MBA, and became a stockbroker. He remains largely private, only occasionally appearing at Little House reunions. Dean Butler, Almanzo Wilder. Dean Butler, who played Laura's husband Almanzo, continued acting but later transitioned into producing. He has worked on multiple Little House documentaries and remains active in the show's fan community. Other key cast members. Kevin Hagen, Doc Baker, left Hollywood to do one-man stage shows before passing away in 2005. Dabbs Greer, Reverend Alden, acted for 6 decades before passing in 2007. Matthew Laberteau, Albert Ingalls, became a successful voice actor, even voicing characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's incredible to see how the cast of Little House on the Prairie evolved over the years. Some found lasting success, while others faced heartbreaking struggles. Which cast member's story surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to subscribe. Every subscription helps me buy another cup of coffee to fuel these deep dives into TV history. See you next time.